The bright studio lights beamed down on the polished black floor, reflecting off the sleek, modern set design of Liberty Now, a prime-time political talk show hosted by the fiery liberal commentator, Vanessa Carmichael. The show was infamous for its heated debates, often featuring a mix of politicians, celebrities, and public intellectuals. Tonight, however, was a special episode. The network had managed to book the legendary comedian and actor, Robin Williams, for what was supposed to be a light-hearted discussion on American politics and culture. Vanessa, known for her sharp wit and no-nonsense approach, was confident she could control the conversation. But what she didn't realize was that Robin Williams, with his unmatched improvisational genius, was about to turn this debate into one of the most hilarious and chaotic moments in television history. As the cameras rolled, the audience buzzed with anticipation. Vanessa sat upright in her chair, dressed in a navy blue power suit, her hair immaculately styled. Her expression was poised, professional, and ready for battle. Opposite her, Robin Williams lounged in his seat, dressed in his usual casual attire, a black button-up shirt, slightly unbuttoned at the collar, and a pair of comfortable jeans. His eyes twinkled with mischief as he glanced at the camera, already plotting his first comedic strike. "Good evening, America." Vanessa began with her signature authoritative tone. "Tonight, we have a very special guest, a man who needs no introduction, the legendary comedian and actor Robin Williams. Robin, welcome to Liberty Now." Robin leaned forward, clasping his hands together dramatically. "Vanessa, thank you. I must say, I haven't been this excited since I accidentally walked into a vegan barbecue. So much enthusiasm, so little flavor." The audience erupted into laughter, and even Vanessa cracked a small, controlled smile. She knew Robin was a comedic force, but she was determined to keep the discussion serious. "Well, Robin," she continued, "you're known for your comedy, but tonight, I want to have a serious discussion about the direction of our country. Many people, especially in Hollywood, are vocal about progressive policies. Would you consider yourself a liberal?" Robin sat up straight, rubbing his chin as if deep in thought. Then, with his signature rapid-fire delivery, he launched into an unexpected monologue. "Oh, absolutely, Vanessa. I mean, who doesn't love a good, heartwarming, tax-raising, regulation-loving, free college for everyone policy? I mean, I dream of a world where my coffee comes with a government-issued warning label, my income is redistributed before I even see it, and my pronouns require a 4-hour seminar to explain. Ah, the beauty of progress." The crowd roared with laughter, and even some of the production crew behind the cameras struggled to keep their composure. Vanessa, unfazed, tilted her head. "Robin, are you mocking liberal policies?" Robin gasped, clutching his chest in exaggerated shock. "Mocking? Me? No, I'm celebrating them. Just imagine a world where we all drive solar-powered scooters at 10 miles per hour while being scolded for not recycling our thoughts properly. It's utopia. Vanessa, utopia." The laughter swelled, and Vanessa realized that this was going to be a much tougher debate than she had anticipated. Vanessa Carmichael adjusted her posture, determined not to let Robin Williams hijack her show with jokes. She had debated senators, intellectuals, and tech billionaires, but never had she encountered someone who could disarm an entire audience with a single quip. "Well, Robin," she said, forcing a smile, "I appreciate your humor, but let's talk facts. The progressive movement is about equality, fairness, and ensuring that everyone gets a fair shot at success. What's so funny about that?" Robin leaned back in his chair, stroking an imaginary beard. "Oh, nothing at all, Vanessa. Equality is beautiful. Everyone gets a fair shot except when they don't, and then we give them another shot, and another, and another, until suddenly you're at Starbucks, ordering a latte, and there's a government employee there to remind you that you need to pay for someone else's coffee, their rent, and possibly their emotional support peacock." The audience burst into laughter again, and Vanessa took a deep breath. She was losing control of the conversation. "Okay, Robin, let's talk about the economy," she pivoted. "We're seeing record inflation, and many argue that government intervention is necessary to support working-class families. Are you saying you're against helping people in need? Robin's face lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh no, Vanessa. Helping people is wonderful. The problem is when the help comes with fine print so long you need a team of lawyers to understand it. Congratulations. You qualify for assistance. Please fill out these 400 pages, prove you exist, and wait 6 to 8 months for an answer. Oh, and if you succeed too much, we're taking half of it back. Cheers. The crowd erupted again. Even some of Vanessa's usual supporters in the audience couldn't help but chuckle. Vanessa pressed forward. So, what's your solution, Robin? Just let corporations run wild and let billionaires hoard wealth while the poor suffer. Robin grinned. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I personally believe we should let Jeff Bezos buy the moon, rename it Amazon Prime Lunar, and force us all to subscribe to Oxygen Plus just to breathe at night. Because, let's be honest, Vanessa, whether it's billionaires or big government, someone's always holding the puppet strings. The only difference is that one group makes better delivery times. The audience roared, and Vanessa clenched her jaw. Robin, do you take anything seriously? Robin's expression suddenly softened. He leaned forward, lowering his voice. Oh, Vanessa, I take one thing very seriously, comedy. Because when the world gets too serious, when people start yelling instead of listening, when politicians pretend they're superheroes instead of employees, we need laughter more than ever. And right now, both sides are handing out comedy gold on a silver platter. Vanessa, caught off guard, blinked. The audience, silent for the first time, hung onto his words. Then, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye, Robin suddenly exclaimed, "But let's not get too deep. I have a reputation to uphold. Quick, someone mention taxes, so I can make a joke about Uncle Sam robbing me at gunpoint in a clown suit." The audience erupted once more, and Vanessa realized she was in for a long night. Vanessa Carmichael exhaled slowly, gripping the edge of her desk. Robin Williams had turned what was supposed to be a hard-hitting debate into a stand-up special, and the crowd was eating out of his hand. Determined to regain control, she switched topics. Robin, let's get serious. You're a wealthy man. Do you think it's fair that billionaires and multimillionaires pay less in taxes than working-class Americans? Robin's eyes widened dramatically. Oh, Vanessa, I had no idea you cared so much about my taxes. Are we filing jointly now? Should I call my accountant and tell him to add TV host with a vendetta to my deductions? The audience roared, and even some of Vanessa's producers behind the cameras chuckled. Vanessa shook her head, smiling tightly. You're dodging the question. The rich should pay their fair share, don't you think? Robin clasped his hands together. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I think taxes should be even more exciting. Right now, they're so dull. You just send money and the government spends it on whatever they want. Where's the fun in that? We need game show taxes. Call it Who Wants to Keep Their Income? You get a letter from the IRS, but instead of a bill, it's a spinning wheel. You might land on national parks funding. Hooray! Or congressional private jets. Oops. Better luck next year. The laughter was deafening. Vanessa pinched the bridge of her nose. Robin wasn't done. And let's be honest, Vanessa. Where does the money go? No one knows. It's like a magic trick. You send in a chunk of your paycheck and poof. The roads still have potholes, schools are still underfunded. But somehow, there's always money for a new diversity consultant at the DMV. Vanessa lifted a hand. Okay, so you're saying there's government waste. But doesn't that mean we need smarter policies? Not just jokes. Robin gasped, clutching his chest. Wait. Are you telling me the answer is good governance? Holy bureaucracy, Batman. Who would have thought? Quick. Someone tell Congress before they pass another $1 trillion bill for infrastructure improvements that somehow results in exactly one new sidewalk in Nebraska. The audience roared with laughter, and Vanessa clenched her fists under the table. She leaned in. All right, Robin. What's your solution? Lower taxes? No taxes? Just let the rich hoard their wealth. Robin smirked. Oh no, Vanessa. I say let's do it fairly, everyone should get itemized bills from the government. Imagine logging into your account and seeing your tax dollars this year, $5,000 to education, $2,000 to military, and, oh, $600 to a senator's lobster dinner at a climate conference in Switzerland. The audience was in stitches. Vanessa tried one last time. So, you're saying taxation is theft? Robin shook his head. No, Vanessa. Taxation is like a gym membership. You're forced to pay for it, you rarely see results, and every year, they take more money while promising this time it'll work. The crowd exploded in laughter again. Vanessa sighed. She was fighting a losing battle. Vanessa Carmichael inhaled deeply. Robin Williams had completely derailed the conversation, turning a discussion about taxation into a full-blown comedy special. She had sparred with politicians, CEOs, and activists, but none of them had the ability to laugh their way through an argument like Robin. Determined to regain control, she shifted gears. All right, Robin, she said, folding her hands. Let's talk government policy. Progressives believe in expanding social programs to help people who are struggling. But conservatives argue that too much government control leads to inefficiency and waste. Where do you stand? Robin leaned forward, eyes twinkling. Oh, Vanessa, government programs are like an all-you-can-eat buffet run by a chef who hates food. They keep adding more dishes, but somehow, everything still tastes terrible, and you leave feeling robbed. The audience erupted in laughter again. Vanessa pursed her lips. So, you don't think government should help people in need? Robin gasped. Oh, no. Government should absolutely help. But let's be real. Helping people should not involve 10 layers of paperwork, 6 new departments, and a hotline that puts you on hold for 2 hours before hanging up on you. Vanessa smirked. All right, so what's your alternative? Just let the free market fix everything. Robin stroked his chin. Let's see. A government that can't fix potholes but wants to run healthcare? A bureaucracy that takes 6 months to process a passport but thinks they can solve climate change? I don't know, Vanessa. Maybe we should start by seeing if they can handle the DMV first before we let them rebuild society. The laughter in the room was uncontrollable. Vanessa clenched her jaw. Okay, so you don't trust the government. But what about people who are genuinely struggling? Do we just leave them behind? Robin's face turned serious for a moment. Vanessa, nobody wants to leave people behind. But maybe, just maybe, we should ask why people are struggling. Is it because they need more government help? Or is it because the government keeps helping them into more dependence, more regulations, and more broken promises? The audience murmured in agreement. Vanessa, sensing the tide turning, quickly interjected. So what's your solution? Private charity? A return to 1950s America where communities took care of each other. Robin's eyes lit up. Oh, the 1950s. Ah, yes. Back when people dressed up to go to the grocery store. Every dad looked like he was running for office. And kids drank lead-infused water while riding in cars with no seatbelts. Good times. The audience howled with laughter. Robin continued, Look, Vanessa, I'm not saying we go back in time, but maybe we stop treating government like a substitute for personal responsibility. Maybe we stop thinking every problem requires a new law, a new tax, or a new committee that meets every Tuesday to discuss why nothing's getting done. The audience was clapping now. Vanessa pursed her lips. She had prepared for a debate. What she got was a masterclass in comedic destruction. Robin leaned in closer, lowering his voice. Vanessa, let's be honest. The government is like a bad ex. It keeps promising this time will be different. But somehow you always end up with less money and more stress. The crowd lost it. Vanessa sighed. Robin, you're impossible. Robin grinned. And yet here we are, Vanessa. You invited me. The debate wasn't just a debate anymore. It was a roast. And Robin Williams was just getting started. The audience was clapping now. Vanessa pursed her lips. She had prepared for a debate. What she got was a masterclass in comedic destruction. Robin leaned in closer, lowering his voice. Vanessa, let's be honest. The government is like a bad ex. It keeps promising this time will be different. but somehow you always end up with less money and more stress. The crowd lost it. Vanessa sighed. Robin, you're impossible. Robin grinned. And yet, here we are, Vanessa. You invited me. The debate wasn't just a debate anymore. It was a roast. And Robin Williams was just getting started. But the audience? They were eating it up. Vanessa Carmichael drummed her fingers against the desk. Robin Williams wasn't just dodging her questions. He was turning every single topic into a comedic masterpiece. The audience was hanging on to his every word, and she was starting to feel like a supporting character in her own show. Time to turn up the heat. All right, Robin, she said. Since you're having so much fun, let's talk about the modern obsession with being woke. Robin's eyes lit up. Oh ho, woke? Vanessa, woke is the gold medal event at the Offended Olympics. Welcome to the games, folks. The audience laughed as Robin mimicked a sports announcer. Here we are at the woke Olympics. First up, the offended decathlon. Contestants must get upset at 10 things they barely understand. Next, the virtue signaling marathon. Watch as they sprint to social media to tell everyone how morally superior they are. The crowd roared with laughter. Vanessa raised an eyebrow. Robin, aren't you just mocking people who care about social justice? Robin gasped dramatically. Oh, Vanessa, social justice is great, but what we have today isn't justice. It's a game show. He pretended to hold a microphone. Welcome to Cancel That Person. The only game where today's hero is tomorrow's villain. Spin the wheel and see which old tweet, out of context quote, or completely made-up accusation will ruin their life. The audience was in hysterics. Robin continued, used to be if you messed up, people gave you a second chance. Now, one mistake, and boom, you're done. He threw up his hands. Forget courts, forget apologies. Just straight to public execution via hashtags. Vanessa tried to cut in. But don't you think holding people accountable is important? Robin nodded. Of course. But Vanessa, there's a difference between accountability and insanity. He counted on his fingers. Accountability is saying, hey, maybe don't be a jerk. Insanity is saying, hey, I found a Halloween costume from 1998 that I don't like. Time to destroy your career. The crowd exploded with laughter. Vanessa took a deep breath. She needed to change tactics. So, Robin, she said, what do you think the solution is? Robin leaned back, smiling. Easy. Stop treating life like a courtroom. Not everything needs a trial, a petition, or a 12-part documentary. He shrugged. People mess up. They say dumb things. They learn. They grow. That's called being human. The audience cheered. Vanessa exhaled slowly. Robin Williams had won over the crowd. And the debate? It was officially his show now. Vanessa Carmichael's patience was wearing thin. Every time she tried to steer the discussion back to serious political issues, Robin Williams took the wheel and drove it straight into the land of hilarious destruction. But she wasn't giving up yet. All right, Robin, she said, brushing a loose strand of hair behind her ear. Let's talk about something you can't joke your way out of. America's identity crisis. Robin's eyebrows shot up. Oh, identity crisis? Vanessa, America doesn't have an identity crisis. It has an identity explosion. The audience chuckled as Robin threw his hands in the air. Used to be, people just called themselves Americans. Now, oh no. You gotta have at least 5 adjectives before your name. He put on a mock-serious tone. Hi, I'm a third-generation vegan, neurodivergent, left-handed, gender-fluid, progressive socialist tech bro from San Francisco. The audience roared. Vanessa rolled her eyes. Come on, Robin. People are just embracing their individuality. Robin grinned. Oh, I love individuality. But Vanessa, when did common sense become offensive? He mimicked a news anchor. Breaking news. Local man fired for saying good morning because it implied nighttime is inferior. The audience erupted in laughter. Vanessa smirked. So, what, you think people should just ignore social change? Robin shook his head. No, no, no. Change is good. But change shouldn't be stupid. He rubbed his temples. Vanessa, do you know how exhausting it is to keep up with today's rules? Every time I open my mouth, I have to check if the dictionary has been rewritten overnight. The audience howled as Robin continued. Words don't even mean what they used to anymore. Violence now means a joke I didn't like. Trauma means someone disagreed with me. And if you ever dare say, hey, maybe we should all calm down. Congratulations, you're a Nazi now. The crowd went wild. Vanessa sighed. Robin, you're just making fun of people who want a more inclusive society. Robin grinned. Vanessa, inclusion is great, until it turns into insanity. He put on an exaggerated activist voice. We believe in diversity. Unless you have a different opinion, then you're the problem. The audience was crying with laughter. Robin leaned in. Vanessa, let me ask you something. How come the people who scream about tolerance are the most intolerant people on the planet? The audience clapped and cheered. Vanessa clenched her jaw. This wasn't just a debate anymore. This was a comedy revolution. And Robin Williams was leading the charge. Vanessa Carmichael adjusted her blazer and took a deep breath. She had interviewed presidents, senators, and world leaders, but Robin Williams? He was running circles around her. She needed to get serious. Robin, she said, forcing a smile, since you love pointing out hypocrisy, let's talk about something you won't joke about, media bias. Robin's eyes lit up. Oh ho, Vanessa, media bias? That's like asking a fish if it's noticed all the water. The crowd chuckled. Robin leaned forward. Media bias is like an overprotective mother. She only tells you what she wants you to hear, and if you ask too many questions, you're grounded. The audience laughed. Vanessa crossed her arms. So, you're saying both sides do it? Robin gasped dramatically. Oh, Vanessa, if hypocrisy were an Olympic sport, the media would have a gold medal in gymnastics. He mimicked a news anchor. Welcome to mainstream media, where if we like you, it's called fact-checking. But if we don't like you, it's called exposing misinformation. The audience erupted. Robin continued, one network says the economy is booming. Another says we're all 2 paychecks away from eating our shoes. He pointed to Vanessa. And your network? Oh, Vanessa. Your network loves those dramatic headlines. He deepened his voice. Tonight at 11. Could your toaster be a white supremacist? Experts say. Maybe. The crowd lost it. Vanessa rolled her eyes. Robin, aren't you just feeding into conspiracy theories? Robin grinned. Oh, Vanessa, I don't need conspiracies. The truth is already hilarious. He mimicked another news report. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to tell you what to think. Please remain seated, nod along, and do not ask questions. The audience cheered. Robin shrugged. Used to be the media gave you the news. Now, they give you the outrage. Vanessa clenched her jaw. She had lost the debate. Robin Williams wasn't just winning. He was rewriting the rules. Vanessa Carmichael gripped her coffee mug like it was a lifeline. Robin Williams wasn't just hijacking the debate. He was demolishing the entire format. And the audience? They were loving it. She needed to land a punch. Robin, she said, leaning forward. You've spent this entire debate mocking modern issues, but don't you think some things actually deserve outrage? Robin's eyes twinkled. Oh, Vanessa, real outrage is fine, but we don't live in a world of real outrage anymore. We live in the age of the outrage economy. The crowd chuckled as Robin continued. Everything is about who can be the most offended, the fastest. It's like a game show. Congratulations! You found something offensive in a cartoon from 1943. You win a lifetime supply of moral superiority. The audience roared. Robin mimicked a panicked journalist. Breaking news. This morning, someone on the internet said something we don't like. Experts predict the world may never recover. The laughter echoed through the studio. Vanessa exhaled. Come on, Robin. Social media just gives people a voice. Robin nodded. Oh, absolutely. But Vanessa, some people should not have a voice. The audience laughed loudly. Robin gestured wildly. Used to be. If someone walked up to you on the street and said, "The moon is racist," you'd just walk away. Now, that person has 100,000 followers and a book deal. The crowd exploded. Robin grinned. We've created a world where the loudest, most miserable people set the rules. And if you don't join their outrage, you're the problem. He clutched his chest in mock horror. Wait, you don't want to cancel that 12-year-old for a Halloween costume? You're a monster. The audience was in tears. Vanessa sighed. So what, Robin? You think people should just stop caring? Robin's face softened. No, Vanessa. I think people should stop pretending to care. The room fell silent. Robin leaned in. Half of today's outrage isn't about justice. It's about attention. People aren't angry because they believe in something. They're angry because it makes them feel important. The audience clapped wildly. Vanessa looked at him, stunned. For the first time in the debate, he wasn't joking. And that was even more powerful. Vanessa Carmichael sat still for a moment, the weight of Robin's words settling over the studio. This was supposed to be a heated debate, a classic liberal versus comedian showdown. Instead, it had become a comedy masterclass, and she was the unwilling co-star. But she wasn't giving up just yet. She leaned forward, her voice calm. Robin, if you think today's outrage is fake, then what do you think actually matters? Robin smiled. Oh, Vanessa, that's the right question. The audience quieted as Robin shifted in his chair. His tone was sincere now, still humorous but carrying the weight of experience. You know what actually matters? Real problems, real people, real kindness. Vanessa raised an eyebrow. You think people aren't kind? Robin chuckled. Oh, people are kind, but they're too busy performing outrage to show it. He mimicked an angry internet user. Oh, I just destroyed someone's career for a bad joke from 2009. Time to go meditate and talk about the power of kindness. The audience howled with laughter. Robin shook his head. Vanessa, you want to fix the world? Stop hating people for sport. Stop turning everything into a war. He leaned in, his voice warm. You don't have to cancel people to prove you're a good person. You don't have to destroy someone to feel important. You don't have to be angry all the time. The room was silent now. Robin shrugged. Just be decent. Laugh a little. Maybe, just maybe, give people a break. A pause. And then, the audience erupted. Standing ovation. Cheers. Applause. Vanessa sat back, staring at Robin. He hadn't just won the debate. He had ended the entire conversation. Robin Williams smiled, leaned into the mic, and gave his final line. Good night, America. Try not to lose your minds before morning. Mic drop.